It's David Henry again. How you guys doing? I want to showcase something a little unique. I haven't seen them out there on YouTube yet, but this is the B&T BlueLine. It's an Inconel can made by B&T for hard use. It is a direct thread, a 1/2x28 flow-through suppressor. They call it a blue line because they want to put it in the hands of all the men and women that serve to protect us here in the States, the police departments. They want to have an inexpensive can that's going to be a hard use can. I'm going to say if you can pick up one of these B&Ts, do it. This is a great can. Inconel, it is flow through. You'll see the vents through the front. I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of direct threading it, I have one of B&T's titanium Surefire adapter, or Surefire and Rotex adapter. I'm going to put on. Man, this is a cool can. I'm going to open it up for you. Give me 1 second and let you take a look inside of it and see how the construction is on this one. We'll take the end cap off and I'll be right back. With all the different mounting systems out there, I decided to go with the Rectex Surefire. So I pulled this out of another can I had, but this is the B&T made quick disconnect. The reason I did that is laying around I had a B&T APC 223, you know, the little 8.3 inch subgun. I SBR'd that the other day, and it's got a unique bolt pattern or thread pitch on the muzzle because it was one of the early B&Ts. And it has that Rotex flash hider on there. So it's the same pattern as Surefire. You might have heard it through the news, but the nice thing is it just rotates on there, and then we just rotate that collar and then it's locked on. Really nice, secure fitting for that. I got it on my APC, just makes it a really cool little subgun. Man, what do you guys think about that? I also have a couple ARs with Surefire muzzle devices, a 300 Blackout and a couple other ones. So that made it really nice to be able to use that same compatibility. A lot of people think that you need to use your fingernail or something. A lot of people think you need your fingernail to release this clicker, but it's truly, you just break that taper and turn against it until it stops, and then that unlocks that taper, which is really cool. We're gonna crack it open. You see the B&T Surefire adapter. This is the 556 or 762 adapter. It'll fit both muzzle devices. We'll turn that off and then we'll take a look inside so you can kind of see. One thing I wanted to make sure you guys see is the holes around that can. That's what's letting it be a flow-through can. Kind of unique in B&T 3D printing that information in there, but the backside is where it really looks cool. When we look inside of here, let me reposition the camera so we can get some light in there, and I'll show you exactly what's going on inside. We're going to try to show you the inside of this can that makes it really unique. Of course, the B&T, they call it the Red Shift Blue Line, but it's advertised as the Blue Line can. We know why, because the thin blue line. We're going to talk about that. But it does have wrench flats on it, nice, and then the teeth here, you can grab it, so if you're changing your hubs, you can always do that. It does have vents out the front. We're looking at each one of those holes on the outside as vents. And then if you look inside, you can see kind of a spiral fluting inside of there. If we turn it around, that's where the business gets really in depth. And if you see, you'll see those flutes around the edges of that can. Those are connecting all the way through, spiraling through to the outside ports. That's the flow through part of this can. And then you'll also see the baffles on the inside. The baffles are actually a spiral. It's a very unique design. Low back pressure, hard use, Inconel can. Man, it's for out there when you're really running and gunning. It does have some mass to it. It does weigh quite a bit. You know, I have one of their titanium cans. I have OSS stainless cans, you know, formerly Hux, or now they're Huxworks, formerly OSS. And this is on par with one of those heavy hard use OSS cans. Pretty unique though, the flow through where they have those vents going around the outside and then the spiral flutes going in the center. All right guys, we talked about the BlueLine suppressor by B&T, a flow through 556 can, hub compatible, that has that unique spiral fluting in it, and then the unique porting that goes around the can and ports out the front. Man, a low back pressure Inconel can made for hard use. They do have the RBS, the new one, that's going to have a Inconel blast baffle and then titanium and a stainless insert so we get less flash. But man, for $600, I think it's sub $600, maybe $5.99, you can get an Inconel hard use can with a direct thread 1/2 by 28. Or do what I did, pick up the Surefire Rotex adapter, slide that in there, or any other hub compatible you want to go with. Slide that in there and put it on your favorite SBR. Maybe it's pin and welded, whatever you have out there. And this Rotex Surefire mount, man, I tell you, just a quick turn and it's on there. We grab our little B&T here, we'll throw that can on there, just rotate her until she falls on, and then all we got to do is tighten it up, and then we're off to go, man. If you have any questions about my B&T APC, the way I have it built out, it is SBR, does have the stock. By the way, it's not loaded. But B&T APC 223, fun little rifle. Does have the flip-up sights from the factory, but that BlueLine can, man, check it out. Check out other B&T cans. I have a titanium one, a 9mm can. We'll talk about those at another time. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you get some good information or a little entertainment. Feel free to subscribe and check out what I have next. Thanks a lot.
Music licensing reimagined.